Hey, what's going on, guys? From Gaming here, back another video. Today's episode, we are taking a look at Premonition on Holy Priest. So if you're not sure what Premonition is, this is going to be from the Oracle tree, and I believe right now both Disc and Holy Priest are running Premonition. And this basically works off of a charged-based system. So a Premonition of Insight, Piety, and Solace, and at the very end of those, you have Clairvoyance. So there's like 4 charges that you work through. So starting from the top here, Premonition of Insight is going to reduce the cooldown of your next 3 spell casts by about 10 seconds. So any spell that you have that has a cooldown that you cast while Premonition of Insight is up will get its cooldown reduced by 10 seconds. Your Premonition of Piety increases your healing done by 28%, causes 98% of overhealing on players to be redistributed to up to 4 nearby allies. So this kind of turns you into like a beacon of healing where you can spam healing on yourself and that overhealing is dispersed to your party. And finally at the bottom, Premonition of Solace. Your next single target healing spell grants your target a shield that absorbs a ton of damage and reduces the damage taken by 20% for 15 seconds. This is just a big shield that's targeted with your next direct single target heal. Then at the very end of all this, you have something called Clairvoyance, and this activates all 3 of those at once. And this is sort of like the ultimate of these 3, if you will, the strongest charge, because it activates everything at once. So this is great. The problem with Premonition is it's kind of hard to track. You get these like weird icons on here. The blue one's the shield, the yellow's the overheal, the red one is the cooldown reduction. It's hard to know just based off the icon like what benefit you're getting from it. So you can see right here in the top right, I have one. I'm currently on Premonition of Insight, which means I'm getting the CDR. So this is handled through a weak aura, and as you go through these different charges of Premonition, this will update based on whatever charge you're on. So if you're on the shield one, it'll say shield. If you're on the CDR, it'll say CDR. If you're on the increased healing, I think it'll just say heal. And then when you're on Clairvoyance, it will tell you that you're on like your ultimate charge, right? So let's take a look at this in action. So we'll pop our Premonition of Insight. You can see CDR here is what's glowing. So our next spell is going to get its CDR. So we'll Prayer Mending. And now you can see Prayer Mending did not incur its cooldown. So I can Prayer Mending again. Didn't incur its cooldown. I can Prayer Mending again. And again. Right? So all 3 of those Prayer Mendings did not have any sort of cooldown incurred. That's typically how you use Premonition of Insight, by the way, is you typically put it into your Prayer Mending. We also have heal here as well. So this is going to be the overhealing. And what you can do with this is you can spam single target healing into yourself when you pop this. And that overhealing is dispersed to your allies. It also increases your base healing as well. So we can pop this, and then we could spam like heals into ourselves for Holy Word Serenity or whatever. And that overheal gets dispersed to our allies. It gives you a counter. And then it says in the queue, it says next up is going to be your shield. So now we have our shield that's up. So our next single target heal will proc the shield. Up next is our Clairvoyance in 38 seconds. So we will Holy Word Serenity. And you can see right here, we get the big shield on us. And then you can see here in 27 seconds, we're going to get all 3 at once. The CDR, the heal, and the shield. And they're all going to be cast at once. So we'll let this count down. We'll take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so it came off cooldown, so we have CDR, HPS, and shield. So we can pop that, and we'll just use our Prayer Mending. 1, 2, 3. We got the increased healing, the shield, and the CDR on all of our Prayer Mendings. Now, if you set this up yourself, I believe I set this up a long time ago, and I don't remember exactly how I did it back in the day. But I believe out of the box, it looks slightly different, like the wording on here. Like mine says CDR, yours might say something different. And it says something weird from what I remember right out of the box. But to install this, just copy and paste. Just go into the WeakR link in the description below. Press copy import string. Then hit enter. Type /WA. That's going to bring you to this screen. And then you'll just press import and copy and paste the import string in here. Now, once you've done that, you will have this right here. It'll say Premonition. You press the plus arrow. And if you want to change like the wording on any of this, because again, I don't remember what it says out of the box. I think it says something really weird. You can expand this out and you can come into insight, for example. And you can open this text bar here, and you can change the display text to whatever you want. And I think you might have to do that for the active as well. Yeah. Piety says heal, Solace says shield, and then Clairvoyant says all three. So you can change that text to whatever you want. That's just, what I change it to on mine. So if you want some customization there, you can check that out. So yeah, guys, hopefully this helped a little bit. Again, we're going to leave the Weekara link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.